Yeah, they're getting things started.
All right, hello, folks. Welcome to our first game. We're actually going to be able to draft tonight. So, oh wow, we've already started. I apologize for that. So they've already confirmed, and looks like first ban is Kale Thos. That was a very quick first ban there from El Boyos. I apologize for the delay here. There was a little bit of a trouble getting the team captains in on time, but we've managed to make it work. So
Perfect, yeah. And Pure Gaming is answering with an immediate Rhaegar ban, which does still leave Li Ming on the table if Boyos feels like picking it up. Good evening, everybody, and I'm going to be your co-caster New Type, and I'm here with Synth Paradox, who will be running this show here tonight.
Yep, and looks like first pick Li Ming. Not a surprise here, since Rhaegar and Li Ming seem to be the hot new boys on the block here, even though one of them
is an orc dog. All right, so we're on Battlefield of Eternity, a map that tends to favor drawing out engagements under those immortals. Zagara locked in by Pure Gaming. Not a surprise. Zagara extremely competitive on this map, able to lay creep and really clog up the mid lane, or the middle of the map, get vision in the middle of the map, and help them out in those immortal fights. And Raynor being looked at potentially, but they switched to Thrall, another aggressive lane bully that's able to sustain through fights via his trait. Interesting picks from Pure Gaming. Let's see what the response is from El Boyos. Let's see here. So they've got a long range mage already, and they got two picks on hand.
Well, tanks seem to be the hot new lock-ins for
they're going
lock-in. But yeah, Tyrande
and Muradin. Okay. So
Stun Central.
Tyranda's still scary, even after all those little twists and tweaks. Still very competitive and still viable as a solo support. So yeah, that's pretty good for them.
Absolutely, and we'll see. This should be the next round of bans here. Who do you think?
Pure Gaming. Right now, there's not a whole beyond Muradin. There's not a lot of frontline presence for El Boyos. So this is a tough one. This is an interesting call. It could be. I mean, I'm feeling a DPS ban of some sort. Obviously the main tank and the support are already taken. Probably someone like, you might see a Sonya ban to stand up against the Thrall, but
well, they have one melee, one specialist right now. So, what are they afraid of? I wonder if they already have their healer and tank, so they'd be banning out DPS, but they still don't have their DPS lineup yet.
Diablo wouldn't be a bad ban here, dealing with the Tyrande and his ability to immediately. So we do find them banning out the Vala.
Okay.
Not a bad decision. Vala brings a lot of damage and a lot of AoE, which is beneficial underneath those immortals. And let's see what the response is from El Boyos.
All right. Well,
I mean, they do not have a tank yet. We could see an attempt at picking a tank out or a support yet. From Pure Gaming.
I would guess Morales at this point, because Morales is
they're interested in it. And there it is.
Yep, there it is.
Excellent pick. Yeah. So Morales is banned out from under Pure Gaming.
Yeah, they have to pick a healer at some point. So Malfurion?
Let's see. I mean, against the damage that Li Ming can chunk out, especially with Tyrande marking a target, the heal over time that Malfurion can provide really isn't that effective. So we're seeing a very quick lock-in of Raynor and Stitches from Pure Gaming.
Oh, wow. Stitches, the European hero.
Yeah, does that mean we're going to see a Tassadar coming up from Pure Gaming? That would be an interesting pick here. Let's see what El Boyos' response is here. They're still lacking damage. Where we could see Could see a Jaina and a heavy frontliner to complement Muradin. We could see potentially a stealth character. We could see someone try to work over Zagara like Zeratul. He's very strong right now.
Well, keep in mind this is BOE, so they're considering Artanis here. I wonder if the poke is real here. I would not be surprised to see some sort of like ranged poke team. Is that?
That's Abathur.
Oh God.
Are we gonna have Li Ming clones? Oh, we're back to Artanis.
Yeah, we'll see. Just keep in mind that they just announced that when you mouse over these things as captain, you do show the other team what you're considering, and everyone else for that matter. So, showing that is sort of a
thing. Tell there. All right, so we're seeing some serious crowd control coming from El Boyos. They have the Artanis flip, they have stuns on Tyrande and Muradin, they have what will most likely be the S of Johan pull from Li Ming, and they've got the zombie walls from Nazeebo.
There's some Mantori Mouth there. Okay.
And Malfurion does come out for Pure Gaming. That's interesting. We'll see how they handle that, how they play that out. It's going to be an interesting time keeping up with some of that damage coming from El Boyos.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let's get these heroes ready to go here, and let's make sure everyone is readied up. So it looks like waiting for the hero picks. So we got Vendetta on Tyrande, Entropy on Li Ming. Waiting for the rest of the team to ready up here. Was Raynor picked? Double checking.
Raynor was picked by Karst.
Okay.
So we're gonna see comes out of that there. Raynor, nerfed in the recent patch, but still fairly successful. Still a good mid to high range pick.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get this show on the road here. So it looks like we have the team captain on El Boyos playing as Muradin, and the team captain on Pure Gaming playing as Stitches. That should be exciting.
Leading from the front, both team captains. We're going to see potentially some sick Stitches hooks. We're going to see some Muradins refusing to die. We're going to see all sorts of stuff here. So there's a lot of lockdown and crowd control coming from the left side, and there's a lot of just damage coming from the right. Thrall, very, very strong. Zagara, tons of sustain and lane presence, and Raynor is Raynor. He's always going to be good.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
All right. So, on the red team, it looks like they're just doing a standard split here. Oh, actually, no, they're doing a 2-3 split, maybe?
Pringles is the Stitches is waiting at the core at the moment, and looks like they are going to transfer to a little more traditional 4 at top and 1 at bottom, with Zagara handling the bottom lane. And it looks like this is going to be answered by blue team's own 4-1. Oh no, they're going to just smash bottom. 5 full players at bottom.
Yeah, this is bad news for Zagara here.
Yeah, if her play is not conservative, it's going to be really, really tough for her to maintain this. And that forces a reaction from red team. They send Thrall down, and there's some hesitation as they jockey for position at the top, decide if they need to send more or fewer people, and it looks like the Thrall will be enough.
Yep. Looks like they did not make it worth it. They did not poke the towers nearly enough to respond to that, or that 5-man push there.
So the 5-man push is successful. Slight edge, ever so slight to blue team. Let's talk about talents.
Yep.
So, on the side of blue team, we have Infused Hammer coming from Muradin, refunding mana on enemies hit. We have the Reactive Parry from Artanis, and Malfurion is taken down at top.
Yep, apologize for that.
No, that's alright. We've got Empower coming out from the Tyrande, Death Ritual, Classic, Nazebo, and Force Armor coming from Li Ming.
Oh, Raynor may be going down there, yeah, and Raynor absolutely goes down in response to that.
Yeah, top lane trades, though. They do get the Artanis.
Oh, Artanis in bad position there, but just takes a few hits here. Oh, there's so many roots going on the right side. It's just... But those zombie walls are definitely in point. All right, so there's a rotation down to bottom for Nazebo here, but... All right, first Nermono's coming up.
And quickly, let's go over the red team's talents. We're seeing Rolling Thunder on Thrall, Hungry for More on the Stitches, Reconstitution on the Zagara, Shando Clarity on the Malfurion, and Seasoned Marksman on the Raynor. Thrall barely makes it out and is eventually cleaned up.
A lot of action going on already. We're looking at a 3-to-1 death ratio here within the first 3 levels.
They're scrapping it out right between the blue team Immortal and their mercenary camp. Stitch is in a rough position. They're stunned and ruined by the combined pressure of Tyrande, Artanis, and Muradin.
Yeah, but blue team's a little bit low here. They can't really defend for forever either. Red team's definitely
Nazebo and also caught near at the bottom, standing in circles, and removed by Thrall there.
So they're balancing their attack and defense here, but they all have to go back. Artanis is still in, although there's the halftime show here.
Yeah, the blue team currently winning the trade with the Immortals, and they have their level 4 talents. We're seeing Thunderburn from Muradin, Templar's Zeal from Artanis for the increased blade dash cooldown. Pierce, we're seeing a full owl build from the Tyrande, Spider Cluster from Nazebo, and as predicted, S of Johan from Li Ming. Very standard builds.
Oh, so close on that Immortal fight there. They tried to trade it out, but red team seems to have won that DPS race there. However, blue team is a little bit higher up on the XP, but only by a little bit.
And even so, even now that lead's been lost. This Immortal, at the very least, has a minimal amount of shields, so Nazebo will be able to eventually get this cleaned up.
Oh, Thrall gets picked off there. That engagement was a little too aggressive on red side, especially with the 4-1 split going on. Nazebo will be more than enough to deal with Zagara and the Immortal here. The Immortal push not being very strong, only taking down 2 towers. Back at top here, that Artanis is really doing a great job at moving these front liners around
and closing the gap quickly to Raynor. I mean, the Raynor twice now, I believe, been caught forward and brought down. Yes. And blue team is pressuring the siege creeps, the Khazra at top here.
Yeah. Oh, Thrall is way out of position there. So Stitches is not doing a very good job of being a front liner there.
I think he was looking for maybe a hook from behind that wall, but they engaged too quickly on the Thrall, and so he was not able to really do anything of.
Those transfers, and the missed hooks.
Zagara, meanwhile, continuing to just plant creep tumor after creep tumor in mid and on her side of the map, making it actually pretty difficult to find individual tumors. There's a lot of overlap down there. So, red team's actually peeled back a little bit to start up their siege camp, probably anticipating the upcoming Immortal period. Let's see if they cap this immediately or if they wait on it.
Well,
so they cap it immediately. Interesting. There's a lot of presence from the blue team in this top lane, so this camp may not get a lot of value here if it just runs directly into heroes.
All right, that Li Ming that Li Ming pressure is really, really showing its power right now. The pokes just doing massive amounts of damage on all the backliners.
And a leap in from Muradin once again cleans up Thrall. Following a couple of transitions, he was hit by an Artana switch. He was hit by a number of things, and finally polished off by Muradin there.
Yeah, Thrall really taking a lot of deaths here. Even though #1 in hero damage, still not good to
give up that many deaths that early in an inopportune moment. So he's a little late to the party here with the Immortal fight.
Interestingly enough, blue team deciding to take the top camp rather than defending or attacking. Although
I agree with this. I think this is a good decision here. The Khazra can put a lot of pressure on this relatively untouched top wall. And with the power of Tyrande and Li Ming, blue team should be able to catch up in DPS once the halftime show is over.
Yeah. How many season mark stacks are we at for Raynor here?
Let's see.
Captain America Raynor.
Raynor currently only has 5 stacks of season marksman, which is why sometimes you'll see some players completely forego it on this map.
Oh, and Zagara being punished here. Oh my gosh, they are just blowing up the entire team there. Wow.
And as noted, I mean, the power of the stuns, the mark from Tyrande, and the Li Ming, making this an absolutely devastating combination.
Wow. Yeah, this is just devastating for the red team, unfortunately.
And they still have Khazra pushing at top.
Yeah.
I mean, they have no means of contesting at the moment. The halftime show begins. They didn't even have to wait to halftime. They went right in. They cleaned out a couple of heroes and all of the advantages to the blue team.
So blue team is a little bit low on mana right now. That's kind of dangerous for them because red team's pretty fresh, other than their Thrall. So Muradin sort of tried to defend for a little bit. Oh, Nazeebo got picked off.
And we're seeing an advantage to the red team, actually. So, I mean, they got the Khazra camp. They got... pardon me, hang in. Yep, sorry, I got my... when I looked for the Raynor, I got my colors switched. So, blue team, they got the Khazra camp. They were confident with their DPS. They took the fight under the Immortal, and now they've got a, fairly, well-shielded Immortal to make a push at the top lane here. Seeing Nazeebo and Zagara stay in bot lane for Soak, where the duel of the specialists continues. Let's see what kind of pressure they put on at top.
So the ults have gone out. Avatar is expected for Muradin. Suppression Pulse for Artanis, which seems to be a popular option at this point.
You're eliminating Raynor, you're eliminating Thrall, you're getting rid of a lot of damage there. Seeing Shadow Stalk from Tyrande. Nazeebo is not selected in ult, and Disintegration from Li Ming. On red team side, we're seeing some... Good.
That was an impressive amount of damage on Malfurion from the Li Ming. Li Ming's just breaking this team apart. And,
except for when they turn around and punch her in the face.
That's true, though.
Red team, blue team overstaying their welcome after the Immortal drops and are subsequently cleaned up by a number of attacks and ults. Let's see if red team can reacquire some map presence with those kills. They really need to generate some momentum here following that Immortal push. They've got some moderate damage to the keep wall, and let's see if they can get a fort of their own here.
Oh, this Raynor's out of position here.
He makes it out, and Malfurion tops him off. We got Stitch's Bile slowing down the pursuers.
It might have been a wasted suppression pulse there.
With a 50-second cooldown, it isn't the end of the world, but not a whole lot of advantage gained from dropping it there, no.
Yeah, not an escape. It's definitely a engagement tool. You basically eliminate all of your auto attack damage at the start there. Oh, and Zagara getting caught by a Nazeebo wall here, but there's no follow-up on that.
And she's fine, yeah.
Thrall
very quietly catching XP for his team at the top of the map. Bringing down 2 towers. The gate, probably another minion wave or 2. Let's see if red team has the means to soak to 13 before this Immortal spawns. Raynor caught by the Artanis pull again. He makes it out this time and is able to follow up by taking a bit of damage out of Muradin.
Ooh.
Oh, but it doesn't last. He
yeah.
he extends back in and is cleaned up by the absolutely brutal damage of Li Ming.
Yeah.
Absolutely withering damage coming from Li Ming, cleaning up 2 more heroes there.
Li Ming really showing her power, and interestingly enough, running out of mana. I haven't seen that.
That's that's what happens when you take the Force Armor build at level 1. You're seeing, you're not seeing that doubled mana regeneration that you typically get out of Li Ming players. The popular build being that mana regeneration talent.
Now that talent, Thrall's a little bit out of position here, and actually, all that fighting, through all that fighting, we forgot about the Immortals here.
I know, yeah. I mean, they did drop. We're getting a little bit of damage from blue team being put onto the red Immortal. Oh,
Shadowstalk going down for some, maybe a little bit early, but geez, that Li Ming damage just.
Li Ming returns with a vengeance, cleaning 2 more up. Potentially picking off Raynor, but nope.
Nope. She's running out of mana at this point, so she's gonna have to back out a little bit.
Too many cooldowns reset there.
Yeah. So we still have a Maul ready and a Sundering ready, so that might be. But the Maw's nowhere in sight at this point since the Gar's at bottom.
I mean, you can get a good Maw. If you can catch the Tyrande or the Li Ming, you've got yourself a serious advantage with this team comp that Blue is showing. But, the blow-up damage, the nuke damage is not quite there for Red Team. They need to be able to delete Li Ming or Tyrande.
Nazebo was out of position there, and Red Team definitely capitalized on that. The rest of the team was just not there for this.
And they're fighting on creep. They've got a slight edge here. Both teams at 13, picking up all sorts of talents. We're seeing Burning Rage from Muradin, Triple Strike naturally from Artanis, Overflowing Light from Tyrande, Dead Rush from the Nazebo, Glass Cannon from the Li Ming, very confident with her ability to do that damage. On the red team side, you're seeing Grace of Air, the double Frostwolf Resilience from Thrall, Relentless on Stitches, Mutalisk on Zagara, Life Seed on Malfurion, and Giant Killer from Raynor.
Well,
blue team in a little bit of trouble here, standing in a lot of damage from the Stitches. Doesn't quite catch the Tyrande.
The Stitches does go down. And the Li Ming just
chase.
Yeah, and the Li Ming just really showing her power. What happens when you leave her alone and chase after somebody else there?
Yeah, the Tyrande was so enticing with basically no hit points left. Thrall chasing, and that gave blue team an opportunity to not only just clean him up, but to pick off other members of his team that were diverting their attention elsewhere.
Yeah. So red team really trying to defend right now desperately with 700. Oh, no. Li Ming just annihilated the last few hit points there. It's dead. It's thoroughly dead. You killed it. It's dead, Jim.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a caster, not a doctor, and I'm not even a caster.
We're just pretending or something.
So, very hefty blue immortal coming down through the bot lane. Red team, thankfully, is all up to be able to stand against it, but blue team is quickly approaching level 16, and knocking on red team's door here with this hefty immortal.
Yeah, all alts are up, so this is going to be a very careful engagement, trying to catch somebody out of position. That was an excellent maw there.
Tyrande was picked off in that maw.
That was Tyrande was picked off, yes, but Zergar going down way too fast for anyone to heal that. Malfurion's heal just not enough, too little, not with not
too
enough.
Too much burst.
Yeah,
not too much burst. And Malfurion pulling forward and getting himself picked off. Red team's in a bit of a disarray right now, trying to find heroes that they have a means of picking up. Raynor also.
Oh man, Thrall, what are you doing?
Thrall dropped. It's a 5-man team wipe.
Yeah, this might be it, guys.
Zagara's up and now, and it's 15 seconds until another player from red team arises.
Yep.
Blue team knocking on not Heaven's Door, but we got Hell's Door this time, and it does not look like Red Team's going to be making it out. Zagara dancing in her base, and that is GG. Well played.
Yeah. So that, my friends, that really shows the sheer amount of blow-up potential from Miss Li Ming here, our new friend.
The setup for the Li Ming carry was evident in their draft. You have Artanis to do the switches, pull people even closer to the action. You have Muradin and Tyrande with the stuns. You have Nazeebo with the zombie walls. The entire draft was crafted to set up Li Ming with big damage. She took Arcane Orbit. She, at the very end there, took Glass Cannon, Disintegrate, Zay's Vengeance, S of Johan, everything to maximize the damage of her W, and it paid off. Of the 22 kills, she was present in 20 of them.
Yeah, it was quite impressive, to say the least. To see the amount of control from the Artanis switch. Oh man, those were just brutal. Just really brutal. But
and Red Team, the Zagara was hanging in. The Zagara was soaking a lot of experience for her team, creeping up that middle of the map. Stitches providing quite a few escapes with that putrid bile of his. It just seemed that Red Team never had a good, solid opportunity to use all of their abilities at once and stand up and engage to Blue Team. It feels like every time they were one man short or one ult short, having used it on an escape or an attempt at a pick off or something like that. So we're seeing there's a couple things to take away from this draft. Malfurion, not going to be your best healer when you're dealing with this kind of burst. When you're dealing with a Tyrande, Artanis, Muradin, Li Ming, who can basically force you to stop and stand still for 3, maybe almost 4 seconds, you're not going to want to heal over time to save you on that one. You're going to want a serious 911, call in, help, heal. And you could see that understanding in the bans from Blue Team. They banned out Morales, who does have that potential with the damage reduction and that serious single target damage.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see an Uther pick on this one if that was possible with the players. Uther would have definitely been a much better 911 healer. His emergency, divine shield would have prevented a lot of deaths. Even Karazim with his divine palm.
Karazim could have provided a lot of frontline assistance that Thrall needed. A lot of times Thrall was this close to securing a kill or engaging with their backline, but once he was that deep, the Blue Team just surrounded and collapsed on him. Having another healer there or another frontliner there to help not only just take some of the damage but to provide some healing would have benefited Thrall greatly. Yeah. I think with a Stitch's main tank, you have to have either the appropriate follow-up or someone else on the front line beefy enough to help mitigate his lack of crowd control. And that was something that they ran into. You're seeing an abundance of crowd control and fight management on Blue Team, and you're seeing a dearth on the Red Team.
Yeah, and just the Artanis, the movement, the amount of movement stunning. I mean, it's seriously stun meta. # stun meta 2016. Rip.
Yeah.
But the Nazeebo walls catching a lot of these escapes, denying these escapes really. The Zagara multiple times being caught out of position, and those are some of the reasons that Red Team really had trouble this game. But I mean, good game, really. It was just a lot of really exciting engagements. Started pretty damn fast.
Indeed, yeah. No, that one was quick and brutal. I mean, lots of action back and forth, lots of kills back and forth. Really scrappy match. I have to commend the play from a lot of players here. Looking forward to seeing more of their matches. I believe both teams, this was their first. Oh no, that was our other match. So both teams were 1-3. So they're building momentum off this win. The blue team is, and so they're going to be pulling back up in the standings. Unfortunately, our red team is now dropped to 1-4. So hopefully on their next match they will have a victory. We're pulling for them here.
Yeah, hopefully they'll ban out Li Ming or play her.
Yeah, I mean the Rhaegar after the Kael'thas ban, I thought that's a don't either don't ban Rhaegar or ban Li Ming or if you ban one of the OP picks, you're the second pick. You're basically giving that other overpowered pick to your opposing team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in that situation, you're better off not banning Rhaegar. If you feel you have someone who's comfortable with them, you're better off not banning Rhaegar and taking Rhaegar when it's your turn in the pick, or taking Li Ming if it's your turn in the pick.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's tough. The draft is something that as people get more experience with in Chair League here, and hopefully when Blizzard implements it, people will get a little more experienced in managing it. I know I always like practice with draft, and I know I certainly need more practice with drafting. So keep those fingers crossed. Dustin, I hope you're watching. I hope you're one of the 5 people watching this stream.
Well,
please, we need the bans.
No, the bans for sure, but we did see a tweet about them potentially releasing a balance patch this week. So we'll see how that affects things.
Our two favorite people, our rebellious wizard and the second coming of Green Orc Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
we want to wrap it up here.
I think so. Yeah, this was short, sweet, and to the point, and hopefully we'll have more of these games coming up in the future. But I think this should do it for now. And I apologize for the lack of a first game tonight. We had a no-show. Although this week being 1 or 2 days notice from the emails, from the match scheduling emails, I can sort of understand that. It was pretty short notice, relatively speaking. So, well, thanks all, and have a good night, and watch more Chair League games.